In this session, we are going to learn what is return keyword in JavaScript functions. In our previous session, we have already discussed about function. Now we are going to see about return keyword, and this will be our 69th video in this JavaScript series. Previously, we have seen this simple function. We have written this function name and we have just console this one. Now inside console, I am having the result as 7. And also we have seen if I just store in separate variable data, and here if I just try to display this one log data, I will be getting the result as undefined. But here when I have called this function, I have got the result as 7. But when I just store in separate variable and when I print this data, I will be getting undefined. So in such cases, what we are going to do, we are going to use return keyword. And by the name itself, we can understand return will be returning the result. Now suppose I will just remove this console. And in place of this, I will be creating variable inside this function. Let x is equal to a plus b. Now using this return keyword, I just want to return x. Now what you can see, now whatever arguments I give inside this function while calling them, this will be given here. Then this statement will be evaluated and whatever final result we have, that will be stored inside x, and it is just going to return whatever value we have in x. Now if I save this one, you can see I will not be getting undefined. Directly it is returning x, so I will get the result of x. Now if I just change this one 30 40, I will get the result as 70. So to avoid that undefined result, we can return the values instead of doing console.log. So basically it is just used to return the values. And in place of this, let me just remove this. Directly I can just write here a plus b. I will save. Again I will be getting the same result. You can store this inside separate variable or you can directly give as an expression while returning the result. Now let us see one simple example. I will just write here function marks. My function name is marks, and inside this I will be storing 5 marks. Mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, mark 4 and mark 5. Okay, totally 5 result I am having. I will be creating one variable. Let total is equal to m1 plus m2 plus m3 plus m4 plus m5. Now while returning this one, I just have to return this total value. I will save this. Now I will not be having any result. Unless and until we call the function, we will not be having any result. Now here if I just write here marks, I will write 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, marks should be like I will give 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. I will save this. You can see I am not having any result. But instead of without writing this return keyword, directly if we do console, then I will be having the result. Let me just comment it out. I will write here console.log, and inside this I just want to display total. I will save this. Now I will get the result. But while returning this one, it is important that while calling this, we have to create separate variable. Let me just give here total 1 is equal to marks, and while displaying I just have to display this total 1. I will save. Again you can see I got the result as undefined because I have not returned anything. I will uncomment, save. Now I will get the result as 250. So it is very important to understand while simply calling the function without having any return keyword, we can directly call the function. But if we are using return keyword while calling, we are just creating separate variable, and while printing that one, we are printing the variable on which the function is called. Now suppose I just want to use this same variable inside another function, that also I can do. I will be creating function. I will be writing here grade, or you can do whatever you want. And inside this, I'm just going to pass one parameter. I will just write here data 1. And this will just return data 1 divided by, okay, we can calculate the percentage here. Let me just write here percentage, and it will be returning percentage divided by the total number. So let us consider one paper is for 100 marks. So total will be 500 into 100. Okay, we can just calculate the percentage. I have just returned this result. Now while calling this function, I will just create one variable. Percentage is equal to grade, and inside this I just want to pass this variable. Whatever data, whatever total value I am having, that will be stored inside this variable. So based on this total value, I have to calculate the percentage. So instead of passing my own values, I am just passing the total value. And here I just want to display this log percentage. I will save. You can see I will get the percentage as 50. Now suppose for everything if I give 100, here also I will be giving 100. Okay, so that you will get to know whether we are getting the proper percentage. So for everything if I give 100, then my percentage should also be 100. Total is 500 and the percentage is 100. So this is how we can pass different function results inside another function and we can get the result. And return keyword is very useful because it is going to return the result. Now suppose below this return I am having console.log, and inside this I want to print total marks. I will save this. You can see that console is not displayed. Even I have called this function, again that console is not displayed. Why? Because once we have this return keyword inside the function, it is just going to stop the execution inside the function. It is not going to continue with this line. It is just going to end at this line. And now when I just click on this, I will be having this blue color light. I will click on this, remove unreachable code. As soon as I click on this, that unreachable code will be removed because it is not going to evaluate in JavaScript. Once the return keyword is reached, it is not going to move further. It is not going to evaluate whatever it has below that. So whatever calculation you want to do, you have to do before the return keyword so that you will be getting the proper result. So this is about return keyword. It is used to return the values, and once the return keyword is reached in JavaScript, function will not execute the below statements. The code will be unreachable and we will not be getting any result. This is about return keyword. Practice function, practice more examples in function. Next session, we are going to see few examples in function. We are going to do some complex programs so that you will have better understanding on functions.